So at one of my recent shows, I picked up this Tag 9 Magikarp and Wailord GX Tag Team card. Well, as you guys read by the title, I'm going to be cracking this card because it's a really good condition card, and unfortunately it's only a Tag 9, so there's a lot of hidden potential with this card and it's worth regrading it to see if I could get a PSA 10. So I'm going to crack a Tag slab for the first time, and I'm going to do it together with you guys on camera. So the person I got this slab from mentioned that it's the highest Mint 9 or Tag 9 available, and he wasn't lying. So for tag slabs, if you didn't know, they have this little QR code that you guys could scan, and it brings you to the tag report, which breaks down all the details on the card and how they made the decision to give it a 9, a 10, an 8, or whatever grade tag deems it at. They provide a fully detailed report with scans and with justification on why it deserved the grade it got. So I really appreciate that Tag does that, and honestly I wish other grading companies like PSA at least provided a simplified report on why they grade a card the grade they gave it. But nonetheless, let's go through the tag report to see what we could find. So the report says it's the highest Mint 9 available, and it's the third highest grade available of this card. So there's not a lot of these cards graded by tag. There's a total of 10 cards, but between the 10, this is the third highest, which is very impressive. And I got it at a Tag 9 price, which is a steal in my opinion. Looking at the centering, although it's in the margins, we could see that it's a bit right heavy and a bit top heavy. And when we go into the detailed centering, a 20th of a millimeter, it's off center, so that's why they deemed it a 9 instead of a 10. But honestly, this thing deserves a 10. So the corners are clean in person and on the scans. Tag deemed it that it was clean. I think it's clean. The back is very clean as well. Honestly, the back centering is probably better than the front centering. If you look at it, like most cards on the back of it are pretty off-centered versus the front, but this one's a very clean card. Edges are clean, surfaces are clean, dimensions, that's what we get. So we get the report and we get the ding map. Nothing looks wrong on it aside from the centering, and we could see the scans. Like I could show you guys, it's a very, very clean card, and honestly this is a perfect candidate for a PSA 10. So without further ado, let's go on to cracking this slab and resubmitting it to PSA to see what we get. Alright, so let's crack the slab now. So if you guys didn't know yet, Tag is a lot more fragile compared to PSA. The plastic they use is a lot softer. I mean, it's a really, really nice design. Like I really like it compared to, say, this rainbow card. If you compare the two, Tag obviously has a nicer slab design, but the plastic is a lot softer, so I kind of did scuff it already when I tried to use my tool on it, just to see if it would fit, but it does scuff really easily and scratch. Otherwise, this slab is very clean. You guys could see, like, and also let's take a closer look at the card itself. I didn't really show you guys. I know you saw the scans, but like on camera, it's a very, very clean card. So I think it is worth submitting to PSA. Honestly, this is a pro tip I could give you guys. If you ever go to a card show, look around at the Tag 9s or even PSA 9s and take a close look at them. Sometimes they're too harsh, or the grader is not as lenient as other graders. So some PSA 9s or Tag 9s are potential candidates for PSA 10s, and it's a great way to hunt for gradable cards. So to crack tag slabs, I did a bit of research, and we're going to be using some pliers for it. I have two pairs of pliers to see which one works best. There is some different types of tools that you guys could use. I know bottle openers are very common for PSA slabs, but tag slabs are a lot more fragile and brittle, so I'm going to take my time with it because I want to preserve the card and the slab itself. So with Tag, there's a two-part system, just like PSA, and there's a bit of room to put some pliers and pry it open. And once you pry it, it'll start cracking, and then you could just take out the card from it. It might take some time. I'm going to take my time with it because it's my first time and I don't want to damage anything, but let's go. Okay, I think I got the first one. Okay, we're going to go all around and see how it goes. Oh yeah, I feel it coming apart. Let's inspect the damages so far. So yeah, you could see it is slowly coming apart. We do have to take our time with it, so it might be a long one. Okay. That's the damages right now. So I did crack the top. I could probably pry open the top, but I kind of wanted it to come off in one piece. So forget the flat head, we still need to crack it a bit more, but let's keep going all around it. Once you lock the jaws of the pliers, it's a lot easier, so just do it slowly. Make sure you don't hurt yourself. I should have been wearing some glasses. I know I mentioned last time when I was cracking some slabs to wear some glasses, but kind of forgot. But I'll try to be careful. Ooh. Okay. So these are the damages so far. So we cracked the 2 corners and the top. So let's keep going at it. All right, so that's where we're at. I think at this point I could probably pry it open. I'm gonna go slow, but I think it should come open. I feel it. There. Just a bit more on the bottom. Okay, I think this is the last one. Okay, I think we could pull out the card at this point. It's out. All right, so let's inspect it. I think I was careful enough that it didn't damage it, but let's take a closer look. Success. So let's leave it up right away. Then we'll take a closer look. It looks very clean to me. So next, before we submit it to grading, obviously we need to put it into a card saver. So let's slide it in. All right, so now the card is ready to be resubmitted, and this time we're going to submit it to PSA to see what we get. Hoping for a PSA 10. Honestly, based on the tag report, it should get a PSA 10, and we're going to hold on to this tag slab to compare it once it does come back from PSA, say in 4 or 5 months or whenever PSA gives back the card. But I'm really excited for this one. Really, it's an experiment for me and for you guys to see the differences between tag and PSA. I know it's a long wait, but I think it's worth it. The price of this card in a PSA 10 it's pretty high, and it's worth the risk in this case, and honestly I'm excited. So I hope that video was useful for you guys, but to just break it down, cracking a tag slab is not that difficult. You do need some more patience compared to a PSA slab. It is a softer plastic and it will break a lot more easier because it's brittle, but you saw we got it free on our first try. It took a bit of time. I did get a little cut, but nothing bad, and we're good to go. So the card is now ready to be submitted to PSA, and we'll come back in 4 or 5 months when I get it back and we'll see the results. So that was the video. As always, if you guys liked it, please drop a like, subscribe so you're notified when the card comes back from PSA and you could see what grade it gets, and share this video with anyone that wants to crack a tag slab and doesn't know how to. They could learn with me as we go. So that's the video. Thanks for watching.